Hello, my name is Rotator Conex. I also go by Matthew. If you'd like to know how to spell either of those, check my username below the video. Now, in previous episodes, I'd been opening the original save slot. However, in order to properly show you the challenges menu, I have to start a new game. In Pokemon Entropy, there exist certain moves, abilities, forms, and even Pokemon that do not exist in the official games. One move is given higher accuracy to make it similar to another move, and the type chart is altered slightly. The option of only letting the mechanics and type chart reflect those of the official games. Would you like to play this way, or would you like to play with the altered mechanics? Play as is. This option can be changed at any time in the options menu. Is a save file being used for a Let's Play? The reason this question is asked is because I want Let's Plays to be able to showcase deltas, be able to showcase deltas. For this reason, deltas and shinies are more likely in a Let's Play. However, know that if you're going to try and use this to cheat the system, the game does mark that you decided to play the game in a Let's Play on every Pokemon that you catch. For this reason, if you want a legitimately rare shiny, you have to play with the Let's Play mode off. Everyone knows about the boy from Pallet Town. How he merely wanted to be the very best, like no one ever was. How he discovered a conspiracy to enslave Pokemon and used them as tools. How he single-handedly took down the conspiracy and taught the head of a large business the meaning of bonding with your Pokemon. What they don't tell people is what happened after that. Many know he was found 2 years later at the top of Mount Silver. Many know he participated in the Pokemon World Championships held in Unova 10 years ago. But what they don't know were his goals in being at those locations. This is not the boy's story. And we have a slightly recolored Professor Oak sprite, just as a filler. Hello, sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. If you need help, I am certainly capable of giving it. No info needed. This world is inhabited by creatures we call Pokemon. This sprite here is actually coded to have a chance of being shiny, have a chance of being Delta, having a chance of being albino. I think it even has a chance of being Delta and shiny at the same time. People and Pokemon live together by supporting each other. Some people play with Pokemon, some battle with them. But we don't know everything about Pokemon yet. There are still many mysteries to solve. That's why I study Pokemon every day. Are you a boy or a girl? I happen to be a boy. My usual Debug file is a girl, named after my ex. Which do you look more like? I do plan to include character customization, though it's going to be on-set customization. It's not going to be customization like in the main series games where you can change in the middle of the game. I personally like the right sprite more. Now, what did you say your name was? So you're Matthew. Matthew, are you ready? Your very own Pokemon story is about to unfold. You'll face fun times and tough challenges. Oh, speaking of challenges, want to activate one. If you click yes here, you are taken to this screen. Here are all the options of challenge modes that you can have. Popular challenge mode, in which you cannot use fainted Pokemon and catching is limited. I coded it so that you cannot catch multiple Pokemon in the same area. However, I do not enforce the rule that you have to catch the first Pokemon you run into. That way, I can account for people who want to catch dupes, people who don't want to catch dupes. They can enforce their own rules. PP Clause. Pokemon Centers do not heal the PP of moves. Randomizer. It's encounters and or trainers of randomized Pokemon. Standard randomizer. Only the wild Pokemon are randomized. Pokemon have random abilities and moves, and TMs teach random moves. Both wild and trainer Pokemon are randomized. Combination of both Extreme Randomizer and Randomizer Plus. Multi-type moves. Existing moves can deal damage of more than one type. This was inspired by the way that the Generation 6 pack. I will get into that later. This is inspired by the way that the Generation 6 pack coded Flying Press. My code is based on the Generation 6 pack, which was based on Essentials version 15.2, if I remember correctly. They added Generation 6 moves, mechanics, Pokemon, etc., before the official Essentials did in version 16.0. My game is based on their code. I have since, every time that Essentials is updated, as of the moment of this recording, it is at 17.1, I think. Every time it updates, I look through all the features and decide which ones I want. And then I Frankenstein them into my existing code. Anywho, multi-type moves. So you might have, like, let's say, Fire Punch. It's now dual fire and fighting. Mix and Mega. Any Pokemon can use any Mega Stone, and trainers can randomly have Mega Stones. The Deltaverse. Pokemon will have their Delta species typing abilities and moves unless they're a Delta Pokemon. Upgradable moves. Moves start out with lower power and accuracy than standard and get stronger through repeated use. Super Mystery Dungeon Mode. Moves upgrade for all users regardless of who uses them. Fire Emblem Mode. Moves upgrade only for the user based on their type. Power upgrades are, and Hybrid Mode. Power upgrades using Super Mystery Dungeon Mode and accuracy using Fire Emblem Mode. So I'm going to turn off the Deltaverse. I'm going to keep Mix and Mega on. I'm going to keep multi-type moves on. I'm going to turn off Randomizer. I'm going to turn off the PP Claws. I'm going to turn off Nuzlocke. And now I'm going to click Z, not Enter. Z. Are you sure you want these options? Yes. A world of dreams and adventure with Pokemon await. Let's go! And then I give this disclaimer. This is an engine beta. Game mechanics will likely reflect those of the final game, with the exception of any bug fixes. However, few, if any, of the maps seen here will make it into the final game. Similarly, this beta has no plot, and therefore has no story influence on the final game. Have fun hunting for bugs. I think this lady gives me running shoes. Yes. You want to trade. I don't want you. How do I turn on running shoes? Oh, there we go. Found it. And a Pokedex. I gave people so many Pokedexes because at one point in development, I changed the way the Pokedex worked. And in order for people to be able to run the new Pokedex, they had to delete their existing Pokedex and take a new Pokedex. So I put a bunch of Pokedexes here, and I think I put a bunch of Pokedexes in Professor Oak's lab as well. Anywho, so now you may have noticed I did... Oh, jeez. Wait, what? I took a Pokedex, didn't I? Huh. So in the previous episodes, I showed you how the moves page worked. Well, now let's look at it with the challenge mode. As it is now. Look! What are these black bars? The more you use a move, the higher the bar goes. The more you use a move, the higher the bar goes. Now, what are these letters? The I refers to how strong the move is going to be, and the E minus refers to how accurate the move is going to be. Moves that do not deal damage are not affected, or moves that do not deal damage and therefore do not, and do not have an accuracy are not affected by this, so they have this yellow bar. And you'll also notice that I'm doing multi-type moves mode, and so you'll see a bunch of secondary types for moves. I love that I got a level 20 Moltres. Like, what? I think that woman's now coded to give random Pokemon just so I could test the randomness. Yeah, but, so you get the point. I will see you guys in the next video where I think we're going to cover battles. Ooh.